Hello, my friends. Welcome to A Drill and a Dream. So as you can see today, I am not over at the house working. I am instead doing some work here on my computer. So today I am very excited to tell you about some changes that I have made to the layout in my head of what I think is going to happen with the layout as of now. So if you've been following on my videos and keeping up with everything, you know the kind of idea that I have for the layout, or I had last you knew, but I have made some changes. So if you haven't followed along, and if you aren't aware of this, which you may or may not be, I have a playlist of all of the videos from the very start of the tour of the house from before to all the way until now, and I'm going to continue to put every video that I put on that playlist. So if you just found this video randomly and you don't know what I'm talking about, be sure to check out the playlist. I can link it up on the screen of the videos from start to finish. It's called My Fixer Upper Journey, and it's really great to binge watch if you like to do that. I've had a lot of people comment and say that they have been binge watching from start until now of all the videos, which is awesome. I love to see it. And if you are watching this, I would just like to say thank you for watching this. I have been just blown away. Lately, the channel has been just going so crazy beyond my wildest imagination, and it is so fun and exciting to see. I mean, I just would have never dreamed that it was going this crazy as it is. So it's so awesome to see. And I would like to thank you for watching. Thank you for your encouraging comments. I read every comment. I just, even if I don't get to commenting back on them, I do read them, and I really appreciate all of the input on every little thing. And as you will see in this video, I do take a lot of your suggestions and use them. So you're going to see some changes. Anyway, thank you for commenting. I've just been blown away by the support of all of you in this whole process. I've had people send me tools in the mail. Like, how fun is that to go to your post office box and there are tools there for you? It's great. And I've had people send me money and on PayPal send me money, and it's been just so amazing. You may have noticed a different video audio quality. I did get a mic. This is my first time trying it out. So I'm very excited about that, and I'm hoping that it will help, maybe not so much on this video, but when I'm walking back and forth and turning my back. I've had a lot of people say that they've had a hard time hearing me. So I did get these mics, and I would just like to thank the people that have donated money towards my channel, and that has helped purchase these mics. So that's been really awesome. Anyway, let us get down to business, because I can't even wait to tell you the changes. I hope you like them. I don't know. Well, I like them so far, so that's, I guess, what matters most. I'm the one who has to live there. So anyway, I'm going to do a screen recording so you can see what I'm doing here. So as you can see here, this was my original idea for the layout of the house. You can see this is the pantry, and this is the bathroom. This is the kitchen, and then this is where I was going to have the laundry room and the dining room, and then have the living room here. And you can see this half wall, like I had mentioned, between the dining room and the living room. So I had a comment that hit me, and I was like, hey, well, that's a pretty good idea. And it was someone saying that I should switch the laundry room and the pantry. And so I got to thinking about that, and I was like, hey, that's a pretty good idea. So I decided to switch that, and then that way the pantry would be right in the middle of the house there where the bathroom is now. Some people had said that I should keep the bathroom where it is. That's not super feasible, because the way that the door is, it was a door here on the one side and a door on the other side, so it wasn't like there was just one door to the bathroom, there were two. And I didn't like that idea. I don't really like bathrooms with two doors like that people can access, because then you always have to feel like you're got to make sure that you lock the other door, and I wanted this whole circle idea and to have that not be closed off. So that wasn't an option for me. So, but I did like the idea of having the pantry here, because it seemed more easy to get to from the kitchen, and the laundry room seemed like a good idea right off of the bathroom, because then, if you have your towels or whatever, you can throw it in there. And so I changed it up to look like this. So this way, you get to the laundry room through the bathroom only, and I like that idea. It still has this coat closet here from the kitchen area, but you could get to the laundry room. It was just kind of off on its own in the bathroom, and that seemed like a good idea. All the plumbing's together and everything, and that would bring the pantry here. So I was looking at all the comments from the kitchen renovation, the kitchen design video, and there were so many great comments, and I was really, really, reading them and seeing, oh, this might work, this might not work. A lot of people said that the fridge shouldn't be in front of the door, which I totally agree. I was like, that's so true. I don't want it to block the light. I want as much light as possible. But I was trying to figure that out. I was talking to a friend of mine actually, and she gave me the idea. This is what she has in her kitchen, which is not the normal. So she suggested, well, have you ever thought about having just a small fridge in the kitchen itself underneath the counter, and then having the main fridge in the pantry? It's not that far away. It's literally like 2 steps away. And that way you don't have that big thing. And I know a lot of you guys are going to hate this idea. I don't even care. 'Cause it's my kitchen. And I love that idea because I am all about making it beautiful. Even if it adds 3 extra steps, I'm okay with that. And with the kitchen, with the fridge underneath the counter, I can still have all of the stuff that I would use on a normal basis there. I found some cool fridges like this one here that have 2 drawers, and I feel like that would be super, super helpful for, just keeping what you need there, like, your eggs and your stuff that you use all the time. But my fridge is always, it's not a very full fridge. And the stuff that I would be putting in like the pantry is like, leftovers that I would have for lunch the next day or stuff like that, that they don't need to be right there in my kitchen, as long as I have my eggs and my butter and my cheese, whatever, right there at my fingertips, I'm totally good with that. That's what I'm thinking fridge wise. And then the fridge would be right here in the pantry, right in the pantry doors. Like I said, it's literally, like I counted the steps. It was like 4 steps, whatever. It's fine. So yeah, I really like that idea. I know people are going to say, oh my gosh, Abby, you're making the biggest mistake of your life. You need a fridge right there at your fingertips. But, it's my house. I can do what I want. But I do appreciate your advice. And I had a comment. This brings me to my big change because all that I've said so far are just little changes, but this is a big one. I had a comment. Well, I had multiple comments that said, Abby, you should switch the dining room and the living room. No, sorry, the dining room and the kitchen. So you would have more wall space. Oh, by the way, before I get to that, look at all of the walls that all the wall space that this clears up by not having I didn't really talk about this yet, but I was thinking about, instead of having the door right here, I could instead make this little hallway and then have the door here. So that is going to make it so that there's not so many doors in this room on this wall, because that's been a struggle from day one. The doors, my goodness. So this is cutting down the door to the pantry, door to the bathroom, or whatever you want to call it. 2 doors here. Bye-bye. And I can put the door, which is not even going to be a door right now necessarily, but the door that's going to eventually go to the master bedroom, which is going to be right here, that can all be in this little hallway, this little cove here. So I feel like that's a really great option, so as to not have as many doors every single place you look. Doors, my goodness. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. I have so much going on in this little noggin here. Whew, it's crazy. So anyway, I was not loving the idea of switching the 2 just because, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. But then I got the idea, why don't I just kind of rotate every room, all the 3 main rooms, clockwise? Let me show you. So this is what I am thinking now for a totally different layout, but I really like this idea. So instead of the kitchen being here, we would make this into the living room. And at first I was really on the fence about if I want to walk into the living room, just because off the top of my head, I couldn't think of any houses. I felt like houses usually walked into the kitchen. But the more I thought about it, I could think of some houses that walked into the living room. And I was like, we don't need to walk into the kitchen. That's fine. I was thinking a benefit of walking into the living room is it's usually like a lot more clean than the kitchen is because there's no dishes or whatever. It's just easier to keep clean. So that's nice for walking into there. And then you can make this into a nice little space, whatever. So the kitchen would be here. And I like this option because, for one, I can look out the window here and the sink. Here, let me show you it in 3D. I'm using Floor Planner. It's not my favorite. Well, maybe I'm just not very good at it, but it's definitely helpful. Okay, so the sink could look out the window to the creek and the deck and whatever, everything beautiful, which will be really nice. And also, it's not perfect, this whole floor planner situation, so bear with me. I'm not a pro. So anyway, we can look out there and then have the sort of island sort of thing. I don't know if it's considered an island when it's jetting out, peninsula maybe. An island here and then have the dining room here instead. And I was thinking about how nice this would be. For one, you would have all of this counter space, which would be super, super great. And also, like, even for hosting, I do a lot of hosting. I love to have people over and stuff. And you could put food on the island and then sit at the table or whatever. It just seemed like a really, really great situation for hosting. So my thought is having the stove and the sink here on this wall and the dishwasher on this wall. And then, as you can possibly see, right down there, or somewhere on the island, would be where I would put the little half fridge. And then I would have, this is like a folding door, but I think I would actually do like a pocket door into the pantry. So I think that would be great. I mean, then the fridge is going to be literally just right there, so that's awesome. But then still have this small fridge. And then that way it gives more seating on the island, which I think will be beneficial. And yeah, I just feel like it might be a really great option. I feel like it will, I don't know, just make it less. I felt like it was an awkward size for the kitchen, the other room. And like we said, it gave I felt like we needed the island because it was the best option. I still feel like it's the best option for that room. But it does have just a weird small space on both sides of the island, which I wasn't loving. And, of course, the door situation, but I feel like we've remedied that a decent amount. So I would leave the sliding glass doors that I have there. And then actually a friend of mine, a neighbor, had a glass door. I'll show you it sometime, but it's like a glass door with panes and just a single door. And she had taken it off of her house and she said it was still in great shape and she wanted to give it to me if I was interested. And I was like, oh, cool. So I'll put that door there is what I'm thinking. And then this door here. So it's basically just like a really big window situation because they're just big windows that you can walk through. So I think that's great. One more thing I wanted to say about the bay window, speaking of windows, is I was thinking about that, it's a different situation in the dining room. And so what I'm tentatively thinking for that is that I would like to do some sort of like a window bench, a window seat that's like comfortable and nice and lovely and beautiful and fantastic and all those things. But I was thinking if I made something that was lightweight and movable, so it's not stuck there, but you can move it. That way I could potentially, and this is just me making ideas that may or may not work, but I could potentially take it out, like say in December, and put my Christmas tree there, and then put it back for the rest of the year. I don't know, just throwing out ideas, but it would be such a nice little nook to read or whatever. I really don't read that much, but maybe I'll start if I have a window nook. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking as of now. Basically every single room is changed from what we last talked about it, but that's okay, I think they're all good changes. I'm not going to say that they won't necessarily change again, but that's where we're at as of now. I feel like I really like it. I really like it, guys. I'm so excited to see it all come to life. But yeah, I really want to make sure I have a solid design plan for every aspect of it, you know, going forward. So that's where I'm at now. Give me your thoughts. What do you guys think? Hopefully good things, but we'll see. Anyway, I would love to hear what you guys think about the change in plans, and I will see you guys next time as I continue this exciting journey. If you've missed any of the videos, don't forget to check out that playlist, and you can see the whole journey from start to finish. Eventually, you'll be able to see the finish. We're definitely not there yet. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. I hope you have a great day.